EP 38. Here we go.
Welcome to the Masters here at lovely Augusta International.
Yeah, bro.
It's Masters weekend.
Yeah.
Masters weekend.
Well, I guess by the time they're listening to this, it's over. The Shambo won already.
I love the confidence.
Gotta.
I've been
Imagine if I'm right. That'd be crazy.
yeah, how long you been a DeChambeau fan?
I
can tell you exactly when I became a Bryson DeChambeau fan.
Was it one of his YouTube videos?
Nope.
When was it?
It would have been the year 2021 or 2020.
February 10th, 2021. I'm just nothing. Go ahead.
Wow. The video game. He's in the video game. That was the first I heard of Mr. Bryson.
Really?
Yep.
Did you play with him a lot or something? Or
yeah.
Like, why did you like become a fan? He was just really good. At
I
driving
liked
the
his
ball or
hat
something?
gimmick that he did with the way that he used to dress.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of funny and fire at the same time.
Yeah, I mess with it.
I think that's kind of, I don't know. I didn't like get super. There wasn't like a ton to really get super into yet. But
Yeah.
like when he started putting stuff out, I was like, oh, this is my guy from, I don't know.
2021. We go way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's winning. So
I hope
or he
so.
won already.
That'd be very cool if he did win already.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be so crazy. If I'm wrong, I was talking about 2026.
I was so busy at work today that I couldn't even check my phone, not like to watch it, but to like see the leaderboard.
Really?
Yeah, I was so busy.
I've been yesterday, first round, I watched most of the morning, and then I had to go do some field prep, and so then didn't watch the rest of it. And then today I was like excited. I was like, I don't got nothing really to do. I'm gonna watch some more Masters. Had to prep fields all day, so I was like, cool.
That's it was nice yesterday because I had Thursday off. So Maddie and I went and golfed,
And then you watched golf,
and then we went out to eat after we golfed, and we were watching. Maddie loves Bryson.
really?
Big old Bryson fan. Sometimes when we're not sometimes, pretty much every time that we're eating, we will we'll like watch YouTube because we don't watch a ton of like shows.
Mhm.
So we'll just like watch because it's easy. YouTube's just easier to digest. I'm a YouTube kid, I guess. Like it's easier for us to sit down and commit to like 25 minutes worth of a YouTube video versus like, okay, we're going to sit down and watch like a series, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
whatever, 30-hour episodes,
Yeah, I've found
31-hour episodes.
I've found since like in the middle of college and like now that I've gotten more into YouTube, like just watching videos and stuff.
Yeah,
of-
YouTube is amazing.
Yeah, I never really watched YouTube before that, but then in college I kind of got into it. My roommates were big YouTube watchers, and so I was just like, I'm gonna find someone that I like to watch, and they put videos out pretty frequently, so it's like I'll grind on them, and it's
Yeah.
nice because it's like I can watch it in like different segments. Like I don't have to watch the whole, like, because most YouTube videos that I'm watching are like an hour and a half long. Like they're long YouTube videos,
Yeah.
so I can watch like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there.
Well, the other
20
thing
minutes
that's
there.
nice too is like you don't have to watch them in order.
Yeah, that too.
Like
Exactly.
I can just hop in and watch.
I can watch the newest one even though I haven't seen the last 5.
Yeah, I can
Exactly.
just hop back in. So we'll sit down and we'll watch. Usually it's one of 3 things. It's Bryson DeChambeau, Dude Perfect, or Mr. Beast. We like the Mr. Beast videos.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know you do too.
I haven't seen any like Mr. Beast really. Like I've seen clips on TikTok, but I haven't watched a YouTube video. And I haven't watched Dude Perfect in forever.
We watch Mr. Beast the least, but like there was for a while Bryson wasn't putting anything out because he was like busy actually golfing. Dude Perfect, we had like watched every video that they had, so it was like dive into something else.
My favorite Dude Perfect videos there's two. I like the stereotypes, and then I like the all sports.
Yeah,
like golf.
They have one with Bryson.
Really?
Yeah, at Augusta.
Like a new one, or like a
couple years ago. Kind of fire though.
Yeah.
They play all sports on Amen Corner.
That's sick.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to do.
Golf, like do that with them or just in general?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cooler to do it with them.
100%.
I'm here to do it.
What would be, so they usually they got a football, soccer ball, they got tennis racket. What else do they use? Foxtail.
They usually putt with like a pool cue or a hockey puck.
Yeah. What do you think is which one are you doing the best at? Like if you gotta throw a dart or it's gotta be a dart, you need it clutch. What's your go-to in that scenario?
I don't know. I feel like I could do okay with a foxtail. They usually have a baseball. You gotta throw it up and hit it.
Yeah, that one I would not do.
There's some.
That would be my tee. That would be my tee shot probably because I just wouldn't have much control. That'd probably be a
fairway.
Yeah. And then approach is definitely foxtail or like a vortex or something like that.
Yeah, those are good.
But then those get weird bounces sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if you land it, I mean, depending on how you play it, if you're landing it close, you're fine. If you're like on the fringe, that's a good. It's a good size of a thing to use.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I would too.
I'm down.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Bluegrass.
Let's buy a golf course.
I wish. That's my dream, bro. If I was to ever win the lottery, I straight up would put however much I need to towards creating my own golf course and like owning a golf course. Where, I don't know, but probably it's got to be somewhere where I'd make money, like the Ozarks or something like that, where just people would just come.
I don't know, dude. I bet. I wonder how much Bluegrass makes a year.
Probably some decent money. Probably.
I mean,
they're able to stay.
What is there to do there besides mow?
Exactly.
And change the pens, and they barely do that.
Or fix any tee boxes or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, you just go out, spread some seed.
I mean, all range of golfers go there every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because it's a cheaper, quick course to just get 9 in real fast.
I don't hate it.
I don't either. It's definitely my home course.
Yeah, that's fair.
I play the best there.
I'd like to go play Atlanta.
I haven't played Atlanta in so long. I really haven't played there in so long. It's a nice little course.
That's a good course.
Yeah.
That's got water. It's got sand. It's got actual stuff.
Kind of tight, but also kind of
Eureka
open
was
at the
fun.
same time. Really?
Eureka, it was challenging.
Sunset was awful today.
Played out of my mind, but
yeah.
Sunset was bad?
Sunset was so bad. I was so excited to golf there, too. I haven't golfed there in a while, and I was like, nicer course that I've been on this year so far. I mean, there's not hard to compete. I've only been on Bluegrass, really. But I was excited. Garbage all day. Played 18, and I think I maybe flushed 2 or 3 shots the entire time. Had to chip multiple times just to get onto the green because my chipping is broken because of the simulator. Because it's not the same. Like the simulator, you don't get under it as much as you do outside. Because you can actually chunk it or hit it.
Well, it's a way different consistency.
Yeah, like it's actually wet and stuff.
I kind of like
hitting outside.
Well, I like hitting outside better.
I mean, I do too, but golfing in the simulator with the same lie every single time, like it messed up with my contact.
They make stuff that you can place, like different.
Yeah, the ones that rotate like sand or fairway or rough and stuff. Yeah, but even then, it's still like. I think when I'm trying to like the texture is the thing. Like it's just soft or hard. Like
yeah, true.
Like bluegrass is always hard.
And that's why all grounds are different too.
Yeah, like that's why I like bluegrass because it's. I feel like a hard ground is a little bit more forgiving
to play off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where soft is like it really exposes you chunking it or something.
If you're under, it's over.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing all day.
Really?
It was so frustrating.
Chunking?
Every single shot.
You just choke up?
Yeah. And I even tried changing it in my stance, like moving it, I guess, farther back so I was making contact sooner.
I think your problem is that you stand too far away from the ball.
I think my problem is I just like get in my head really fast and I just like zone, like I'm just like overthinking it. Like
that's a different problem.
Yeah, I mean my swing's broken. It's messed up. ChatGPT is trying to fix me right now, but it's just. But then you gotta. Golf is just so frustrating, bro, because the only way to get better is to do it more. And I don't want to like spend the time at a range to just work on my swing because like I'd rather just go out and golf, even if I'm golfing bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The range can be fun, but the repetitiveness just gets boring.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to hit a different shot or I want to be challenged in different scenarios, you know, not just trying to find my distances and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. Golf is just, I got a love-hate relationship with that thing.
I got an all-love relationship with golf right now. It's just so good.
I mean, I'm trying to go golfing again tomorrow. Like, I'm not done golfing.
Yeah.
I didn't snap any clubs today or give my clubs away or nothing. You know.
Why am I catching strays? This isn't about me.
It's always about you.
I don't know.
It's forever about you.
I do love golf, though. When I'm playing well. How was your week?
Busy. I'm super busy at work, which is really hot.
I mean, that's nice.
I just sold a car to Delvin School.
Really?
Yep.
Driver's ed car?
Sold a new driver's ed car. Kind of cool.
So do they have to put the new brake in and everything? Or is it, yeah?
We are not able to help.
It's probably a specific company or something that does that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's a place in Manitou.
It'd be funny if it's
it's just got to be someone who's willing to do it.
What was it?
What?
What'd you sell them?
In Vista.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So they got
That's crazy, bro. When we were driving, we were driving that little, what were we driving? A little Ford Explorer or something?
No,
or an Escape?
Fusion.
No. That's what they traded in, was a Ford Fusion. We had
an Escape or something?
We had like an Escape. Yeah. Ours was like a bigger SUV. They traded in a car.
Dang, and in Vista. I see you, Delvin.
Yes, sir.
That's sick.
Well, they told me kind of what they were wanting to spend, and they were kind of thinking about a used one, and I was like, if you just got a new one instead. And they're like, no way. I was like,
who's the person that comes in and buys it?
The superintendent.
Okay.
Mrs. Geary.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
That would make sense. I guess I should have guessed that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, though. From where I was like a year and a half ago to where I am now is like almost a complete 180 from like I've got close to 10 cars out this month, and I'm like I have sold basically one of them is used. All the other ones are new. Where probably a year and a half ago it would have been all used, one new. Which for me, new is a lot better, because GM gives us money, and then
commissions. Just
typically new customers come back and buy more frequently, and then not only more frequently, but then there's also more like brand loyalty. So if you're buying a new vehicle, you're probably going to come back and replace it with another new one of those vehicles.
Yeah,
where somebody that comes in for a 4Runner, like when it's time for them to get a new 4Runner, we might have one, we might not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, being
new-
busy for you is nice because it just means that you're possibly making more money
right
versus like being busy for people.
for
like,
other people is like
it's just
more work.
it's just more work. You're getting
Yeah.
paid the same whether you're busy or not busy. You
Right.
know,
Which it's still more
Pros and
work,
cons of
but
both.
it's like it's wanted.
yeah,
Like I want to be so busy that I'm like drowning.
yeah,
Like that's an ideal. Like today, for a majority of the day, like I didn't have enough time to like look at like my phone and just see texts.
mm,
Like if you would have texted me, I just wouldn't have seen it for hours.
Yeah.
Probably.
good problem to have.
Well, which is kind of tough because like I see it, but not enough to like open it and read it. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'll look at my text throughout the day because I've got a Mac, so I can see my texts on my computer. So while I'm working on my computer, I can just pull my text up and see like, okay, well you text in our group chat or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever versus like, okay, well Samantha wants to buy a whatever. So like if I see that, then I'm taking.
Do you get your phone text messages on your computer at work?
Yes.
Do they come up as banners?
No.
I was gonna say that'd be crazy. You're showing a
Yeah.
customer something and just
Yep.
even if it's just like you have me or Brock as a weird contact name and they're
Yeah.
just like, what?
Right. No.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no shot.
yeah, smart. I was just curious.
That's how it comes. Like that's how Apple has it set up. Is that it will pop up.
Yeah,
So it would pop up Caleb Swagwag
yeah.
said, "Get your ass out here on the course," or something. You know.
Or like cars do that too. Like they'll just read it sometimes.
Yeah. One time. I don't know.
Nah, just skip it.
It's not. I'm not saying anybody's name.
No, I think I know the scenario you're about to say.
What?
I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, we could take it out.
Nah, too early.
Okay.
Do we want to bring up the bracket challenge?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much to everybody that participated in our bracket challenge. Huge special shout out to Alex Seaton, who won. So that's sick. Good job to him. Good job to everybody else. Had a bunch of people that I didn't think would be close. Got pretty close. And then some people that I thought would be probably winning were not close at all. Your boy was out from the jump.
I was too. I was cooked.
Yeah. But we are
Hoping to get him on here some point, probably in the summer.
So Alex plays college baseball. He's doing really, really well in his baseball season this year, and he will be on, but once his baseball season ends.
Did you talk to him?
So yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, he will be on as soon as he can. So be watching out for that. But don't be expecting it within the next couple weeks, probably, because it's going to be a little bit for him to finish up his college
it's gonna be
season,
like a June.
and then it'll be probably this later on, closer to summer, when he's not playing baseball anymore. He will be on the show. We'll welcome him with big old open arms.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
But Alex is a pretty cool kid.
Yeah,
I coached him in basketball, junior high.
sick.
He's a cool guy.
You think he liked you as a coach?
I know he did.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, 100%.
I wish I was coaching so bad.
Dude, I'm coaching baseball right now, and I love it. Like, I was nervous that I would not dread it, but just, like, it's just such a big commitment.
Yeah.
And so I was just nervous that I would just, like, just be exhausted with going from work to baseball and just all that stuff. But we had our first game on Monday, and it was like a lot of fun. Like, I was like, dang, I'm glad I'm around the game of baseball because I just miss it so much.
Yeah.
And like it was just cool. And like I got a cool age of kids. I got 14 U kids. So that's like it's a cool age of like they're just, I don't know, they're fun to have in practice, and some of their jokes and all that stuff are just fun. So, yeah, and that's the age that you coach Alex. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coaching's fun.
Coaching is like.
Would you coach like basketball?
Yep.
What would you? This might be a dumb question, but what do you think would be your ideal level to coach basketball?
College.
What level?
I mean, what would I want to do?
Yeah,
or
that's
what would
I.
I?
Yeah. What do you think
I
would
mean,
be like? What do you think you would
what I
enjoy the
wanna do?
most?
I
and
would
do
want to coach in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
But
I thought.
honestly, kind of not, because the coaches in every professional sport just get ripped on, because it's like, I already spent all my money on players, and I'm not going to fire myself. So, sorry.
That, and they just get fired. Like, you're doing bad for whatever reason.
Immediately, it's coach.
Like they're the first scapegoat for everything. It's not because LeBron James has been sitting out all season with an injury. You know,
right?
It's because I just suck as a coach.
Right. It's because you couldn't teach him how to do a pick and roll.
Yeah.
It is kind. That does kind of suck.
Like for me,
I would say any level of college, like 1, 2, 3A would be any. I would take any one of those as like that'd be fun.
1, 2, 3A is crazy.
Damn it.
D1,
D1, yeah, not high school is 1, 2, 3A. I'd even do a big high school would be kind of fun too.
I think being a successful high school coach that's like going to state frequently would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of hype.
Yeah.
I think, like, I mean, could you imagine you say you coach a Delvin next year and like you're 25 years old and you lead them to their first state tournament year?
Like, that'd be so tough.
Hype.
That'd be so tough.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But then I feel like if
how
you
much
have
you
enough,
think is it on the coaching and how much you think is on the players? Like, do you think a great coach can turn just trash players and take them to state, or do you think or do you think phenomenal players can take a bad coach to state? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's probably a balance, but what do you think is better?
I think there's definitely like a insane balance.
Yeah,
because like if you just have shit can players, then you're not.
But if you're a great coach, though,
if you're a great coach, you can make bad players. You can make
like
a
Coach
bad
Carter.
team. You could make bad players into an okay team, but like
I guess they weren't bad players.
No,
though.
they were just
Didn't
they
work
made
well as a
bad
team.
life decisions. They weren't bad basketball players. They just didn't have any discipline.
Yeah.
Like they could dunk.
Would you rather be? I don't know. This is another probably just dumb, obvious answer, but would you rather be a successful coach, like have a successful team because of the players, like you guys go to state all the time, but it's like you're not really coaching, like you're not really doing anything that's benefiting the team, or would you rather be a great coach and you guys fall short of making it very far every year? Like, what do you think looks better for you?
Which one looks better? I think I would say the guy that wins more.
Really?
Yeah, because people don't care. People do not care about almosts.
Even if you're like a great coach, though?
When was the last time you looked up something in history and you're like, oh, I got 5th place every year? No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, they might care in the moment. Like, right now, March Madness, they might be like, whoa, this random little school from wherever
Made it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah. What, like,
happens all the time.
or like, I mean, let's say SIUE makes it to the tournament 5 more times. And they're like, they make it into the tournament 5 times in a row. And it's like, whoa, look at this little school doing something. But then it's like, no one cares. Like, I can't tell you who won the tournament last year. I definitely can't tell you who the 16 seeds were. I can't tell you who the teams that got out in the second round were.
UConn won last year.
Probably. They win
UConn won the
all
last
the
2
time.
years. Yeah, I don't know. Coaching's fun though.
The other day, somebody was talking about Florida winning after they won Tuesday?
Monday.
This week?
Monday.
They won on Monday,
Yeah.
so Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've been a Florida fan since Al Horford. And I said it with so much
was at the game.
confidence. Do you know what year he played?
08.
No. He was like 2004.
Really? I thought he won some chips with them.
He did. Can you Google that?
Maybe.
What
I'm
years
just tripping.
did Al
Then.
Horford play for the...
He played with Noah, right?
Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah.
Yeah. And
Did they go back to back?
I think he has at least 2.
08. It's got to be right. 17 years ago.
Yeah, he's past 20 years.
Yeah, but he played multiple years in high school. I mean, not high school, in
Oh,
college.
he's not past 20 years.
I think it's 08.
Find out.
I think he won 08, 09.
04 to 07,
Dang.
won 06, 07.
There, so close. Close.
Okay.
Towards the end of his...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
So
just
he
had
won
the
his
year.
junior,
So I'm
senior
thinking of the same team. I just had the wrong year.
Yeah.
I was just a year
Who
ahead.
else was on his teams that were winning?
Noah was on that team. Can you look up the roster? I bet him and Noah were the only ones that
I'm
really
so
made the
excited
NBA.
for a draft. I know
Really?
it's off topic, but I'm so excited for a draft.
I just threw that out, and then
I know.
Now
And
it's gonna
I
hit me.
am really excited.
Really?
I don't have any of my answers yet, but I am
I
excited.
don't either.
I think it'd be probably easy to like figure it out.
Oh yeah, so
Just
many options.
Throw out
Yeah.
anything.
And there's no like, I don't know. You're just trying to pick something that people like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're doing anyways. But like, there's no right or wrong answer with. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm excited.
Such a broad topic. What you got?
For the 06-07 team, he had Brett Swanson, Corey Brewer, Brandon Powell, Turion Green, Lee Humphrey, Joakim Noah, Walter Hodge, Dan Werner, Jack Barry, Jonathan Mitchell, Garrett Tyler, Chris Richard, Maurice Spites, and himself.
That's crazy. The team was ass.
I only know him and Noah.
The team was terrible.
It's crazy how long
That's
ago
nuts.
this time was. Like I was talking with
What?
it's crazy how long ago some of these players played in college. Like I was talking with one of my coworkers today about Kentucky and just like Karl Anthony Towns was at Kentucky in 2011. That's forever ago.
That is forever ago. That's
like Anthony
wild.
no, or maybe that was Anthony Davis and then Karl Anthony Towns was like 13, 14 or
Yeah,
something like
that's
that. But still so long ago. I remember like kind of watching them play. Like I remember some of their games.
I remember watching Anthony Davis play for Team USA, and I was like, this is like history. This is like a young, like normally players, because he was in college still, I think,
Probably.
or something. Maybe it was like he was just out of his first year of college.
Isn't it
I
crazy?
feel like
Like
players like that. I mean, there wasn't anyone that was actually playing on Team USA that was like that young in a while. I feel like
LeBron, maybe.
doubt it.
No,
In his first year, we'd been out of high school. He'd been
probably. Cooper Flag's about to do it, but I mean not at high school, but
it has to line up perfect too, though.
true.
'Cause
Like
it
Cooper
has-
Flag's got to wait another 3 years.
Right, which then he's out of his
Yeah.
like he's would have already been in the NBA for
He's out of his
3
rookie
years.
contract by then, probably.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy how like players like Anthony Davis, like they're point guards in high school, and then just hit a crazy growth spurt, and then they're just like,
accidentally
yeah,
Yeah.
and now they're just bigs that suck. I don't like Anthony Davis at all.
I do.
Really?
I love Anthony Davis.
I don't like him at all.
I've always liked Anthony Davis.
I think he's a baby,
I think you're a baby.
probably.
Got him. Can we go back to golf for 1 second?
Yeah.
Maddie and I were talking. So we played the other day, and golf is such a cool sport in the sense of, so like, can smoke a driver. Like, she hits the freaking peel off of the ball. But she had a couple drives that were like just over 200 yards, which is like, it's pretty good for a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I know guys that can't hit it that far, like for real, guys that can't hit it. Stop. You can hit just over 200.
When I hit it straight.
Well, that's the other thing too. She's piping straight down the fairway.
Really?
Just mollywomping the ball straight down the fairway, 200 yards. And it's like, sick. But golf is cool because, so I am hitting a drive 300 yards. She's hitting it 200 yards, but the ladies' tees are 100 yards up. So we had some drives. We both crushed the ball down the fairway, and we're like right next to each other. It's kind of cool.
Equality,
yeah. Something like that.
It's crazy.
But there's not I don't know if I can think of really any sports that can equal out like that. Like,
I don't think
basketball.
It's just a smaller
you make me play
ball
with a
and
smaller
shorter
ball,
three.
but it's still like, you're not gonna like, just because we're playing with a different size ball doesn't make you more physically dominant than me.
Well, the same thing with golf, though.
What do you mean? It's a whole different like set of rules. It's not just like,
Yeah, so is basketball.
women's basketball has different rules than men's.
Yeah. Just
Like
the
what
same
ones?
exact amount as golf does.
What rules?
The 3 points closer, the ball's smaller,
I
different
guess
quarters and stuff. Like golf is, like women's golf is golf. It's the exact same for men's. It's just their tees are a little bit farther up. If anything, I think
Right, but
basketball's
but
more
like-
for girls than golf is.
But if men are playing the same sport as women, like if men and women are both playing
But
basketball,
you're still,
there's
she's
not-
still like, you're no matter what sport you play,
Unless
you would
you
still
had,
be
like-
more physically dominant. Like just because her drive went
Right, but it
just as
doesn't
far
mean
as yours,
it
she
doesn't-
still didn't hit it near as far as you did. She's still 100 yards shorter than you are.
right, but on the course, it went the same distance. Like
No.
up the fairway, it went the same distance.
No.
We ended up in the same spot,
Your drive went 300, her drive went 200. It's not the same distance.
and we're both 250 yards from the hole.
It didn't go the same distance.
We're
Traveled, it
we're
didn't go
at
the
the
same
same
difference.
spot.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
but the
saying.
traveled, it didn't go the same
Can
distance.
you just quit taking me?
Just saying.
I know, but you're like,
Here comes the gaslight.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're literally just taking. You knew what I meant, and you're taking it like so literal that you're like trying to argue just because you want to misunderstand me.
You can be equal on that tee shot, and then as soon as it's over, that's different. Like after that point, she doesn't have any other advantage now. She used her
That
advantage.
is the only advantage that you should need.
No. I mean, I don't know. Because the whole point is, like, they still, like, just the power and hitting the ball distance is going to be different between guys and girls. So if you're already back to, after our first shot, we're both hitting our second shot at the same distance, you're still
But
going to go
take someone-
farther probably the
Okay,
next
but so
time.
then take somebody who doesn't hit the ball off a drive as far as I do. So if she hits it 200 yards and she's 100 yards in front of you and you hit it 200 yards, then you're 100 yards back.
Yeah.
It's still an advantage.
I didn't
Not
say
you-
it was an advantage.
You just
I was
said it
saying
didn't
it
mean
wasn't-
anything.
I was saying it didn't mean that she was more physically dominant or equal in dominance. I'm
No,
not
I'm
trying to
saying-
hate on Maddie right now. I'm just saying
No.
in general.
But you're saying
I'm saying no matter what, wherever the tee distance is, you hit your drive 300 yards. She only hit it 200.
right, but we're at the same spot.
That doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because, Brock, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Well,
She didn't
okay.
hit it near as far as you did. The only reason she did was because she had a 100-yard head start.
I know. That's what
It's
I'm
like
saying.
running
That's the
it's like-
beauty of golf.
It's like running a track race, and she starts at the 100 meters, and you start 200, and then you guys finish at the same time.
If that would make it fair.
How does that
That's-
make it fair?
Okay, so now we're on the same page because we're understanding the same point. I'm saying there's not another sport that's like that.
I'm saying I think basketball or something would be more fair.
But it doesn't. If Maddie and I go play basketball, like I'm just going to be taller and stronger than her.
And you're still taller and stronger than her in golf.
What does that mean?
It means you clearly hit it 100 yards longer than she did.
Okay, cool, but
Farther.
we landed in the same spot.
Yeah, but then you're going to hit it again. You're still going to go
But-
farther than she will.
Why?
What?
But you're okay. What I'm asking is why am I going to hit it? If I need to hit it further, but like if I'm hitting an 8-iron and it goes as far as her hitting a hybrid, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
We both. It doesn't.
I'm
There's
thinking
there's
of
not
guess
a
if-
rule that you both have to walk up and it's like, nope, I'm using an 8-iron, so you do too.
No.
Like in basketball, I'm using a women's ball, so you do too.
I was thinking more of like when your scenario you said 250 out.
No, I'm saying they start.
No. I was saying you said
Which
that
is-
we're still 250 yards out. So then I was like, okay, if she can only hit a driver 200 yards, then and you know what I'm saying. So it's still like, I still think
Yeah, but
golf
that's
is still
just me
not
being
equal.
a better golfer than at that point.
So would okay, never mind.
What?
I think still if like a women's golfer is like the best in the world, wouldn't be like the same. Like as a professional golfer, like a PGA golfer and
No,
an
but I'm
LPGA
saying
golfer, just because they're two different distances, I don't think the
There's
LPG
advantages in the sport where like it's built into the sport for men and women to be able to play it at the same time and get everything closer to being even.
Yeah, I guess.
There's not another sport where there's things built into the game for men and women to play it together and it do the same
Together,
thing.
yeah. Together would be the word, yeah. There is advantages built into every sport between guys and girls, I think, that
Why? But a lot of it, it's like, why does it shouldn't matter?
what?
An advantage, though, it's like to call just having a smaller ball
And
being
closer 3-point shot, like
that. But
Curry and,
I wouldn't say that's an advantage. That's just a correction.
it's definitely an advantage.
An advantage to who? Because if you hand that small ball to Shaq, it's not an advantage. It's harder. The ball's too small. So I'm saying it's a correction more than it's an advantage.
So then the
They
tee
have-
box is also a correction.
But you're accomplishing the same goal,
You're accomplishing the same goal in basketball, making the ball in the hoop.
right? But it's that. But that is not.
Unless you're Caitlin Clark, but
But I wouldn't say that's an advantage.
from a guy's standpoint, it would be. Do you
Well,
think you could shoot farther?
I wouldn't say it's an advantage in golf.
What do you mean?
I'm saying
When
it's-
we play from the reds on tough courses because it's an advantage. It gives us a chance to shoot lower. So how's it not an
But
advantage?
if
to
there
girls?
were women that were playing, they would be shooting further up than what we would be.
Like further up from the reds,
Yeah. If we're playing from the Reds, they would just shoot from further up from the Reds.
from the seniors.
I don't know. Seniors in front of lady? I don't think
I don't
seniors are
know.
in front
There's-
of
I
ladies.
think
Well-
they're the same.
There's a yellow at sunset. That's a huge difference, whatever that means. Like
Handicap.
between red and yellow, there's a big difference. Like massive yardage difference.
I want to golf so bad.
I do too. We going tomorrow?
I hope so.
Turn me up.
Are we doing a draft?
Can.
You want to explain it since it was your idea
Yeah.
10 minutes ago?
We got some let's take a quick break real quick. Goose break. All right, draft time. This week's draft category is going to be exotic pets. All right, so we're going to draft 5 like we always do. We're going to go in order. This week, or this last poll, with the best concert lineup, I won. Thank you, everyone, for the votes. Thank you. Second place goes to our good friend Brock, which means process of elimination. If you guys know what that means, there's only 3 of us. We've shown 2. The third person would be Brady, and he is in the goose costume for the first time. First time we've been able to take Brady down. How's it feel?
I don't know. I worked with my team on preparing a speech. I think I left my speech in my other feathers. And at this point, just like to ask why everyone at home screwed me. I thought we had a thing going. Clearly we do not.
Yeah.
I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
I do. I deserve to be here, I guess. I apparently thought that my audience was 65-year-olds. That is on me. Apparently I don't know who I'm
I feel like you
talking
had
to.
some heaters in there though.
I did.
But I think
You know who didn't give a shit? Our fans. Also, listen, it's me. It's your boy. I'm in a goose costume. We would really like for you to give us ideas on what we can call you.
Are we doing that now?
I might as well. We would really like the opportunity to ask you, the listeners of our podcast, what we can call you, the listeners of our podcast. Because at this point, we don't really have a name for you, and we call you something different like all the time. And we would love to just have one solid name that we could just like throw out every time that we're talking about you, especially on the podcast when we're doing ad read things or anything. We want something to call you. So if you have any ideas on what are we doing could call you as a fan base, we would really love to hear them.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going?
No, I can take over.
I'm kind of rolling.
So we're
Let me
gonna what?
Let me get it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, guys. So here's the deal. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a competition, and whoever can come up with the best name for our fan base, we'll put a poll out on not a poll, put something out on Instagram that you can comment on. And then whoever can come up with the best name will get a gift card. How does that sound?
Yeah, so I'll make a little Google form or something, and we'll post the link on our Instagram. So you guys at any time can go on there and put in your suggestions for names, and we'll make a deadline at some point. Probably won't be like next week type thing, but let's say end of May, we'll put a deadline. We'll go through, we'll choose our favorite one, whoever that was that gave us that idea, gift card. So, anyways, back to the draft. Exotic pets. I go first. Kind of don't like going first, to be honest with you, because I haven't been thinking about them.
I'm excited. I'm excited to go last.
Yeah, going last. Honestly, I get to go back to back too, though. So, exotic pets. I'm gonna go right off the rip with a gorilla. Think that'd be sick.
I respect it.
I don't.
For
That's
my
scary.
It's still sick. Yo, check out my pet gorilla.
I guess there's. I mean,
every exotic
think
animal we're gonna choose is not gonna be something we're able to go out and play fetch with. You know.
could you think of how scared you'd be as a robber if you break in the door
Yeah.
and it's just
a
like
silverback gorilla hanging out at the front door.
probably,
Sick. All right, Brock.
For my first pick, might be selling. I'm gonna take a sloth.
I kind of messed with it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of messed with him.
Pick number 1. I've always wanted this animal because I do think that they'd be super cute and cuddly if they were tame.
Yeah, all these pets are tame.
Let me get a panda.
I was thinking there too.
Pandas are tough. Let me go pick number 2. Gosh, this is so hard. Okay, pick number 2. Let me please have a dolphin.
That's sick. I love that. I messed with that so hard. I like that a lot.
I try to snap.
I like that a lot, actually.
For my next one, I think I'm gonna have to go with a tiger. If Mike Tyson could have one, why can't I?
Facts.
That is kind of tough. Tiger is tough. I do like a big exotic cat.
Dude, I'm still hype about that dolphin pick. That's
I
pretty
know.
sick.
Was that on your radar at all?
No.
I thought I might be able to sneak it, but then I was like, I might want to.
I mean, if I would have thought longer, maybe, but it wasn't right off the rip.
That was, I think. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm going with my second pick. I'm going to go with koala.
Yeah, that's a cool pick.
Yeah. My third pick, I'm going to go with trying to think of like regions, like just different like areas in the world that have like pets, or not pets, like animals. I think I'm gonna go with. No, that's not something that I could like. I'm trying to think of something that like, if we're saying all these things are tamed, you know, for us, like that I could like enjoy, you know. I'm gonna go shark. I'm gonna go. Do I need to be specific on the shark? Probably. Right.
Yeah,
I'll just go great white.
that's a cool pick.
It's tough.
I think it'd be sick to have it. Like, what's that movie, dude? Oh man, it's a cartoon movie, dude. Why am I blanking on it?
Finding Nemo.
Nope. Oh shoot, Despicable Me, where he has that cage with the shark, right, in his house.
Yeah,
That'd be sick to just have a big tank. You walk in the door.
that'd be sick.
Yeah, shark.
Do
Great white
these
shark.
do these animals have to still be alive?
Yes.
That's tough. Cause that kind of all right. That's fine.
Where were you going?
Where were you going?
I was gonna go with the saber-toothed tiger. Get
Lot of
another one in
tigers.
there.
Big dodo bird.
Big dodo. Give me a giraffe.
Yeah, I kind of like it
Damn
too.
it. Remind me, I have something to talk to you about giraffes afterward.
Giraffes.
Giraffe after we're done with
Yeah.
the draft.
Okay.
Okay.
I said something too.
Dang. That was gonna be my next pick. But what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take a zebra. Zebra to me feels like a safe pick because in my head it's somewhere between a donkey and a horse with more color. So it seems like a usable animal,
Yeah.
in a sense that I could ride it and put some saddles on it and go to the market. I'm trying to think of like, you know what? Bum 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 ba da dum bum ba da da da. I'm going lemur. Give me a lemur. I held one when I was in Cancun.
Really?
Very cool. Their little paw things just feel like kind of like, I don't know. They're so soft. The guy that was he was literally just walking the beach, and he was like, "Would you like to hold this lemur?" And I was like, like, yeah.
Duh.
I was like, yeah, give me the lemur. And so then he was like, all right, you stand there. And I was like, okay. He goes, give me your phone. And I was like, I don't love that. And he was like, okay. And he started recording, and he's like, hold your hands out. And I'm like, I'm going to catch the lemur. You're going to throw this lemur at me. And I don't know if it has like claws or anything.
Yeah.
My lemur knowledge is not like super extent besides Madagascar, like the movie. So I'm holding my hands out, and he's like, I'm going to throw the lemur. He didn't say it like that because, you know.
Yeah.
So then I'm just holding it. I'm standing like this, and he just launches it, and it literally flies probably 5 feet just at me and just lands. And then he just like gives me a hug. And I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I want a lemur.
All right.
It's a good one. I respect it.
King Julian though, like the
King Julian!
like the striped one or whatever, striped tail one.
Wait,
Mort. Right. That's the one.
one of the guys that I work with, his name is Joel. And every morning I walk in, I go, King Julio!
For my next one, I'll go with a bald eagle.
I thought about it. I was going to leave it on the table because I figured someone of your variety would pick up such an animal.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
Proud to be an American?
Proud of
I would use a different terminology, but I respect the way that you said it.
These are my last two picks.
Yes. Can you act like you've been in first place before?
I don't think I have, bro.
Yes, you have.
I have. Oh man, let's go. I want something like smaller. Let's go. Man, I wish you could show pictures. I want to see what this thing actually looks like, but before I picked it. But I'm gonna go flying squirrel, and then
I got a heater.
I know. I'm trying to think of just an absolute heater, bro. I'm still just thinking about that dolphin pick. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of really like that dolphin pick.
Dolphins are just some of the smartest creatures on Earth.
Wait, can I scratch my...
Nope.
I can't scratch my flying squirrel one?
No.
Nope.
Son of a gun.
I know. There's a lot of animals that are maybe a touch better than that. Respectfully.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with an otter.
That's a cool pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an otter.
That.
Dang! I just thought of another one.
Don't say it.
I know.
Do not say it.
Give me a penguin.
Dang it! That's what I just thought of.
Really?
When you did the little.
Yeah.
That
not
made
a
me
happy
think
dance.
of a penguin.
Or
Dang.
happy feet or
I was
whatever it
doing
is.
I was doing a beaver. They thap their.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that your pick?
No. I tell you what though, I do love a beaver. There's beavers out here, which is cool. So, since I have the last pick, here's where my mind is at. Few different things here. I would love to have a cat somewhere, some sort of cat. I also
Oh, I just thought of another one. That'd be so sick.
I also would like to have maybe an elephant.
Can we all agree on, since this is such a big category, to sub out one with one that hasn't been said yet?
No.
No.
No, you sold on that, I think, a little
hard.
bit. Even like a reindeer would be cool.
Would be sick.
That would be
Rudolph?
sick. Huh?
Find Rudolph?
Yeah. Just paint its nose.
So what you going with?
I'm gonna go with an elephant as my last pick.
I was thinking that.
I'm just thinking elephants are pretty loyal. They're rideable. Worst comes to worst, they can. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they could do a good job of like something. They have to be like. I feel like they could move a trailer. They can do cool tricks, eat peanuts with their trunks or something. I don't know.
Cool mess with it.
Pissed that I didn't get giraffe.
Yeah, dolphin I think was pick of the night. I really like that pick. I don't know why. I just really mess with it. Penguin I really mess with, and
I just think a dolphin would be fun to like interact with.
Yeah, and then I was thinking when you said cats, I was thinking bobcat would be kind of cool. And things like
bobcat, a panther.
Panther would be kind of sick.
Cheetah
would be sick. But I was trying to like, I don't know, be like
a lion, a coug, a raccoon.
Yeah. Still a lot of options out there.
I kind of want a raccoon.
Why?
It's just like it's like a cat with hands.
Yeah.
You ever seen a raccoon before?
They're massive.
Yeah, but like they're not that big.
Bro,
they're like 30,
about
40
raccoon,
pounds.
Bro.
I got an itchy mustache.
I ain't ever been.
What do y'all do to this soup?
How would we affect your mustache?
I don't know. Well, because I accidentally itched my mustache earlier. Now I got freaking itchy mustache disease.
Bro, raccoons scare me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I could have a raccoon. There was one time I was working on cleaning out a shed at a farm, and I had to move all these tires. There's a massive stack of tires, which, bro, and they had the rims in still. I didn't realize how heavy some tires were, bro. Like, they were like massive semi tires, like with the rims or whatever still in them. So it wasn't just the tire. But I'm lifting them. I got to put them on a trailer, and I'm moving them. And I get to the second to last one. I go to lift it up, and there's like a tire laying down, and the top, like the rim is like extended up, like a semi's would. Like, you know how the tire's up, it's like the inside of the tire basically, and then you got the outside of the tire. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's laying down so that it's more of a cave almost.
Okay.
And so when I go to pick up the second one, there's a raccoon underneath the very last one. Didn't know. Scares me so bad, bro. I jump back, and that thing's like reaches up and like hissing at me. Like, those things sound nasty. Like, those things are mean. Mm-hmm. And I have to move this tire. It's my job. I was like, I don't know what to do. And no one was around. What? No, I didn't have anything like that. No one's around, so I'm trying to pry up. I got a shovel, and I'm trying to pry up the tire so that it like scares it enough to get out.
Yeah.
I can't get close enough to the tire to be able to like actually push it up.
Pop it out, yeah.
Without it getting closer to me. And dude, it took me a solid hour to like figure out how to do it. And then my boss came up and he's like, "What? Why haven't you moved these tires yet?" And I was like, "There's a raccoon underneath this one." And he comes over there, literally with it like nothing, just picks it up, the tire up, and it skirts off. And he's like, "Here." I was like, "All right." Never felt more like a
city folk.
Facts.
You're You're just one of them there city folk.
Facts. But them things are mean. I could not have a raccoon, even if it was tamed.
One time, I was with a girl, and she wanted to have a skunk as a pet, but get its stink glands removed.
So just a cat. That would be more like a cat.
I think I would rather have a raccoon than a skunk. If I got the raccoon with it being like
Chill.
no, like super duper young,
Oh.
and I got the whole opportunity to, if I just like picked up a big raccoon and just brought it in my house, I'd be pissed. But if it like didn't know any better and it's just like this is what life is, it would just be like a cat basically.
Yeah, I think the skunk would be more like a cat than a raccoon.
I don't know. You can hand the raccoon things. It has hands. They have little hands.
Yeah. It's like I think they like legit have a thumb or something. That's why they can open stuff.
One time, not that long ago, Maddie and I were coming home, and there was one reaching for our door handle, like to the front door.
Really?
Yeah, we're like, what the hell? And it just like I turned in a little bit, and I flashed the lights, and it just like ran down into the woods.
Oh, that's scary, bruh. Leave your doors locked. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? You wake up in the middle of the night because a raccoon got into your house? I guess sometimes they get into
they would have
attics
to
and
know
stuff.
the pin to get into my
No,
house.
I'm saying like if you left the door unlocked.
Oh, yeah.
And they was
true.
just up there reaching for it and they accidentally
Got
get it and then like their weight pushes it open. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Oakley's killing that thing within seconds. But
I don't think he does.
you think he's scared of it?
I don't think he's scared of it. I think he tries to play with it, and then I think Yama rips its head off.
I can see it.
You know that meme that's like, what's it say? It's like it's like a girl dog, and it's like, it says something about like, then we ripped the bullets out of the Iraqi family's skulls, and so that they couldn't trace the whatever, and then it switches to the boy dog, and the boy dog's like, today I saw the balloon. That's the difference between Yama and Oakley. I think there has been times where Oakley has protected me. Like we were over by where I have the burn pit, not the one closer to the road, but the one back, like the actual burn pit that we like throw stuff in. We're standing back there, and Oak's standing right by me, and then something's like wrestling. I was probably a deer. It was like kind of down, kind of right at the tree line, but it was dark. And all of a sudden, that thing just comes like barreling at me. And Oak took like 3 hops chest to chest with it.
Probably a bear.
It was probably a bear. Probably a freaking beef coon.
Sometimes.
Remember them?
I was
Probably one of them Minnesota timber cougars.
I was driving down, I don't know what road. I think it's Springfield Road on my way home from work. And there's a squirrel in the middle of the road. And it's like right on the line of like the middle line or whatever. Just chilling in the middle of the road. And, you know, I'm like, he's going to pick a direction. I don't really care if I hit the squirrel. Like, I really don't give a rip. But he was literally like middle line, unfazed. I didn't like move to get out of the way. Unfazed. He just stood there. And just like, I looked back in my mirror to see he's just still unfazed in the middle of the road. I'm just like, dang, that bro's living life right now. That or he's trying to decide if he wants to commit.
Yeah. I was on Springfield Road also, and Dawson and I were in the car. He'll remember this story. We're in my Charger, and the biggest raccoon I've ever seen in my life. Like, it had to be, I don't know, 45 pounds. Like, it was huge.
Uh-huh.
And I'm coming up. I was going 60, 63 probably. And it's in the middle of the road. But I couldn't see it because I was coming up over a hill.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my lights kind of come down back onto the road, it literally is just, it's sitting there and it's like at the point where I'm hitting the brakes for what kind of, you know?
Those things do some damage scars though.
It then stood up the second before I hit it, and then toppled end over end underneath the car, and I could feel it. I could feel it in the floorboard under my feet.
Oh,
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang off the road and hitting the car, and it just pop, 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 pop because the Charger's low enough that it like
kind
it
of
was
stuck a little
it was
bit.
definitely rolling the entire time underneath there, but I could just feel it popping the bottom of the car. And then I smoked the brakes, and I'm like, okay, what damage is done? Couldn't find it. I didn't kill it. I mean, I might have like later, but like it was in good enough shape that it got up and walked away. Insane.
I've smoked the crap out of a cat down the road. Like,
Who
hard.
was it that hit that dog in the bus?
Someone hit a dog.
Someone
in the
hit a
bus?
dog in the bus. Remember that? It came
During sports. Like,
I
was
don't
I
think
there?
so.
Or like, was it in high school?
it was
No, it was morning, like the morning pickup.
yeah. Somebody there. This is terrible. It's terrible. This is, I mean, so bad. But kid gets on the bus. Dog chases the kid onto the bus, but not like close enough to where anyone saw it. Door shuts. Bus takes off. Buckle. Bump. Dead dog in the road. You don't remember that? You remember it. I know you remember it.
Like, was the kids talking about it at school or something?
Yeah.
Is that why you're saying?
No
'Cause you
shit.
weren't- No, I was
'Cause, I
saying you
mean,
weren't on
like-
the bus. That's why. You
Yeah,
don't
and
remember.
I wasn't on
Yeah.
the bus, no. But like, it was the talk of the town because they have a dead dog in the road after bump bump.
When I smoked the cat, though, I remember I could see in my rearview mirror that thing was just trying to hobble off the road. Like, it wasn't dead. I felt
One
bad.
time-
I was like, do I just turn around and hit it again? Or like,
Yeah. One time Charlie hit a deer with his Explorer. And he sent me a message and was like, "What's wrong with this thing?" And he, because he was pissed, and he hit it and it pooped down the side of his car, because it must have got scared or whatever. So there's literally just like poop down the side of his car, and then he sends me a Snapchat and he's like, "What's wrong with this thing?" And it's just like standing off because it got hit. Like, I don't know what I mean. It was definitely in some sort of like severe state,
it was concussed.
but like, yeah, something. But Charlie sends me a message and he's like, "What's wrong with this?" And it's just standing in the ditch, just like, ah. It's staring at the sky, just screaming.
This is a while ago, but I was watching a TikTok and one of those trailers that hauls like cattle and pigs and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, got in a wreck and the pig fell out from the top.
no.
You see it? Boom, boom, boom. 3 bounces, bro. Like, it got up in the air and then it stood up. It's got up. But I was like, holy smokes. I need to find that video, bro. It had me dying laughing. I watched it a couple times.
Oh.
There's one of a cattle trailer rolling over in front of like a McDonald's, and
The cows that go through the McDonald's or something.
you can see them sliding across
yeah.
the road.
No, there was one of those that was it was in front of a house.
Is that what it was?
It was turning. The truck was turning, and then it flipped on its side, and it was going pretty quick. And the top of the trailer broke, so the cows just went sliding out, and one just went all the way up to some, because it was just in like a residential area. The cow just like slid up to the person's door, and you could hear the Ring camera like dun dun dun. You know, when it's like there's motion at your door and it's just like dun dun dun, and it's just a cow and it just like slides all the way up to the door and it just disappears. That's hilarious, Brock. That's a good poll. We were talking about drafts earlier for 1 second when Brock picked a draft. But let me run this by you quick. Okay? Which, to you guys, and I need your honest opinion, sounds more believable? Okay? A horse leopard with a 40-foot neck and horns. Or-
horse, like you're saying, combine it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A horse, a leopard, has a 40-foot neck, or is 40 foot tall, and then has horns.
A giraffe.
Or a horse with one horn.
Unicorn.
Yeah. Why? Does a unicorn have to have wings?
That's not a unicorn.
What is it?
That's like a Pegasus or whatever it is.
I swear a unicorn has some wings, bro.
No.
I think
The fictional unicorn has a horn, a little spiral horn.
yeah, like what Barbie's riding to school.
I swear it's got
He
wings.
definitely has wings.
No, it's just a
Unicorn?
white horse with a horn.
Oh, bullsh.
In all of these, I just looked up unicorn, and in all of the pictures that I have found, there's probably been about 50 I've scrolled through.
Show the
one has had wings.
Show the camera.
I think it's gonna be blurry. Oh, look at that.
Oh, My Little Pony.
No,
It's not what we talking
That
about.
is My Little Pony.
I want a real life unicorn,
No,
bro.
I'm so. You're gonna. Let me see.
I'm just thinking the hair is just really long. That's got wings.
Wings.
All right, we need you guys to comment below. When you think of a unicorn, do you think of a unicorn with wings or without wings?
Do you think of bone in or bone out wings? Boneless or bone in?
only one correct answer,
and it's neither of your answers.
and it's the wings.
The pictures proved you wrong.
No,
What do you mean, no?
it's just an imagination of someone's that made it up.
When was the last time you saw
Unicorns
a unicorn?
aren't real, right?
They're extinct.
I think part of the reason that a giraffe is more believable than a unicorn too, though, is because unicorns are like magic.
Oh, like that's why it has wings.
No. Wizards don't have wings. They're
Iron Man
magic.
doesn't have wings.
Why are you getting on his side now? Does a unicorn?
I'm not getting on his side now.
Does a
I'm
unicorn?
getting on his side because he's right.
What was the question about the draft? Or like, what was your point again? Oh, magic or something like that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
Well,
magic.
and because a draft is like a legit thing. What?
Yeah. I wasn't arguing that it wasn't a real thing.
No, I'm just saying
I was
that's
just
why
saying
it's
it
more
doesn't seem-
believable. That's why it seems more. That's why it's more believable because as you were describing it, like I knew it was a draft. So like, just because I know a draft is a real thing, it sounds more believable. I guess it's just crazy. They're 40 foot tall.
I don't know. Probably not 40, but
20.
Google says unicorns don't have wings.
what's ChatGPT say? That's the only thing I care
It's the
about.
AI overview that when you type it in.
Yeah, well, it ain't
But there is.
ChatGPT.
Hang on. There's a cross between a Pegasus and a unicorn called an alicorn, and them things have wings and a horn.
An alley horn? I've never heard that before in my life.
I don't know. I'm not super into that realm.
No. I'm just telling you what
I
Google's
am
telling me.
curious though, like how many people when they imagine unicorn think wings? Like seriously,
Put a
comment
poll
that
out.
below
I
or
would.
something.
I would.
That might be a poll on
If
Wednesday.
you told me to draw one, I'm drawing it like on its back legs, front legs up, and
Yeah.
then big old horn out the top,
yeah,
wings right out the back,
yeah,
out the
100%.
like out the, I'm talking about,
Yeah,
like
side.
rib cage.
Yeah.
Back
A giraffe is 18 foot tall.
40 foot is crazy.
20. I didn't say 40 foot.
You didn't say 40 foot.
Can you let me talk?
40 foot neck.
I said 40 foot neck.
And then you said, "Oh well, 40 foot."
Yeah, 40 foot.
I thought
He
maybe
gaslight,
I thought maybe it was
bro.
the 20 foot neck. I don't really
Gaslight.
know what feet are, to be honest with you. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, chill out, bro. Chill out. Is that the episode?
Yeah, I think that's the
38?
episode 38. In the books. Shout out to DeChambeau. Congrats on the Masters win.
Yep. You're just doing broadcaster jinx right now.
No. Can we talk about real quick how it's crazy how much hate Ja Morant's getting right now for his celebrations? That grenade one was kind of tough. But he's like,
Hold on.
he's out here doing gun things, and the only reason they're upset about it is because he actually had some gun problems. But like,
There's not really too many people doing that.
Mikal Bridges does it all the time.
What's he do? That's different.
This is not different. It's the same thing.
different.
He's not doing this. He does this. It's a gun. I think it's just funny that they're picking out Ja just because
is
of
it
his
down?
issues.
Is he doing one of these?
No, it's just straight up like this.
Hey, that's my dog over there. Yes,
That is
sir.
this.
Yeah, but ain't nobody shooting a gun.
He makes a three and he goes,
Yeah, but nobody's shooting a gun like this. If I said shoot me right now, and you hit me with this, that's dumb, bro. That's dumb.
I'm just
You're not
saying, I
doing
think it's
that.
funny that
Hit me
he's
with
out
this or this.
here.
Why would we do this?
What?
This? What's this? This isn't real.
It's the hammer.
Actually?
But well, yeah, but the hammer is not. That's not even where it's at.
On the back of the gun?
I know it's at the back of the gun, but I'm saying it's like not.
That's where a hammer's out on a revolver. That's why you do it.
I know, but never mind. You don't understand what I'm saying. Nobody gets me on this podcast.
All right, episode 38. A little sidetrack. Appreciate y'all. I'll make that form for the what do you guys want to be called. Fill that out if you got any ideas. It doesn't just have to be one idea. You can fill out multiple. I'll have different options, but
Hold on. Can we talk about it real quick while it's still relevant?
yeah.
A guy peed in the river at the Masters.
An amateur
You didn't see
too.
it?
No, I did not.
He straight up
On the hole with the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Peed.
just
in there.
went into the creek and peed. And like wasn't hidden. Like he said he had people cheering for him in his interview afterwards. Like he heard clapping after when he was done. Like they were clapping for him. So like it wasn't like he was like behind trees, like hidden in a little forest area. He was just I haven't seen it in the video. I didn't see it happen, but I remember hearing about it.
Twitter can probably.
And like he's an amateur. That's balls.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling for him to be banned.
Like
Forever.
that's balls for you to be like first time ever on the Masters. Probably will never be on here again because I'm not gonna be good enough. And I decide I'm just gonna take a leak in the creek.
You
real
know
quick.
how dumb it's gonna sound when he tries to tell his grandkids that he peed in that river.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, okay,
Or
take your medicine.
episode 38. Let's actually wrap it up this time.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out
to
Alex. Yeah, shout out Alex again. Congrats.
Yep.
We'll get him out here eventually.
Ciao, buddy.
Don't forget to vote on Wednesday. Yeah. See you.
Peace.